Now, while we were planning this programme about German cars, a bit of a row broke out in the office. What's the best British car?
Has anyone got any thoughts? What do we think is the best contemporary British car? Hold on a sec. What? The what?
TVR.
TVR is a good car, no denying that. Has anyone else got a thought? Ariel Atom. That's not really a car, that's sort of a bedspread with a motorcycle engine in the back of it.
XKR.
XKR, now that's a Jaguar.
Yeah.
And Jaguar's owned by Ford, which is an American company. And it's the same story with Rolls-Royce and Bentley, they're German. And it's the same Aston Martin, American.
Absolutely.
Anyone else got any thoughts? Nissan, what?
Nissan Micra.
Now, you see... The Nissan Micra comes in boxes from Japan and they put one screw in it in a place called the Northeast and then call it British. It isn't.
It's not as easy as you might think, so obviously we had to get out on the track if ever we were going to sort this one out. So, the best British car? Well, it's going to have to be beautiful, built by blokes in a shed, and preferably powered by a big engine. It's going to have to be this, the Morgan Plus 8.
Now, straight away, if you're thinking, it looks old, forget it. This is how a Morgan looks and always has. Why change it? This car isn't assembled, it's crafted. There's as much passion goes into building it as you can put into driving it.
Do they still make those out of wood?
Yep, engines out of an old boat.
You've got to get past thinking, oh, it's old-fashioned. It's made from wood, because wood is the best thing to make it from. Suspension is there to do one thing and one thing only, keep the wheels on the ground. And that bit of flex in the chassis helps you do exactly that. Oh, and then it gets bumpy sometimes and it just... come on. And of course, that engine. 4-litre, well-proven, Rover V8. Best of all, not only is it as beautiful as the Malvern Hills in which it's built, it's fast. Oh, look, Jeremy's brought a plastic car.
This is the Noble M12 GTO, the new one, with the twin-turbo 3-litre engine. And I've got a bit of an idea. Richard, do you fancy a race?
Yeah, I'm always up for that.
Good. Little loop round here, and I reckon I can get back here, get out of the car, and read a book before you finish.
That's just a ridiculous thing to say.
Oh, what's that speck in my rearview mirror? Why, it's the Morgan. Anymore, it was a little caterpillar, it was a big fat caterpillar. Built a small house called a cocoon around himself, stayed inside for more than 2 weeks, and he nibbled the whole of the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly with time to spare. But then I have got 352 brake horsepower, he's only got 190. I go from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, that's faster than any Lamborghini. He takes 6.5. I have a top speed of 170. What's your top speed?
135.
135.
That is not a book.
Look, I could have read Pride and Prejudice, but this is better. This is A Very Hungry Caterpillar. You should read it. It comes with a toy. Just make sure it doesn't eat your chassis. This car is plastic. It has a stupid rear spoiler and it's made by a company no one's ever heard of on an industrial estate in Leicestershire. So for posing, it's hopeless. But for the undiluted thrill of driving, it's almost impossible to do better. Yes, yes, yes! God, I love this thing. I drive lots of cars, but you know, very little puts such a big smile on my face as this. You know when you see someone water skiing, how they arc through the water with total grip and total control. Well, that is what it's like driving a Noble. Except, of course, in this, you have the incredible soundtrack of that engine, those two turbos sucking in great lungfuls of air and then dumping it through the wastegate. Whoa. You can get into this after your dog had died and all would be well. Yes, whoops-a-daisy. This car just shows how good Britain could be. If we just stop pretending that it's 1936, just go, right, it's 2003, we don't use typewriters anymore, and boy, can we make something good. And yet, despite this precision and this handling genius, it's comfortable. I've got air conditioning, I've got a stereo, I've got lots of space, it's nicely trimmed, there are leather seats. I mean, what more could you want?
He misses the point. He's reduced the whole thing to a mathematical equation. That's not a car, it's a calculator.
They've brought the wrong cars. Actually, you know what? I think they've brought the wrong type of car. I'm not denying that Britain makes good sports cars, but the best British car is actually a comfortable saloon. Let me explain. This Rover 75 might look as if it came out of the 1950s, but in many ways it's the right car for modern Britain. Now, I'm a big fan of modern Britain, but let's think about what it means to the motorists. It's sleeping policemen, gatzos, congestion, broken up road surfaces, all that sort of stuff. Stress. Now, when you're faced with that, what do you want? 0 to 60 in 5, 4, 3 seconds? Louvres on your bonnet? I don't think so. You want peace. That's what the Rover gives you, peace. There's nothing raucous about its V6 engine. It rides more smoothly than a Rolls-Royce Corniche, and it's trimmed like a first-class cabin on the Titanic before it sank. Now, when Jeremy drives a car, he drives a car like this. In fact, even when he's just talking about a car, he does this. And Hammond talks about barrelling along in his Morgan. I don't want a barrel, I want a waft. Clearly, we weren't going to agree without an informed and reasoned discussion. Okay, the Rover is a proper symbol of British defiance. Awful
The
places.
reason why Britain has no car industry anymore, why all the names are gone, is because we live in the past. We used to be a great country.
Now, look.
Noble has come along and said, we are now in the 21st century, let's build a car to beat the world.
No, I could build your car. I couldn't build a Morgan.
You'd have to go to
You could, you carved that.
You
A
need
chisel.
It's craftsman built, not some spotty teenager with a rivet gun.
Now, the problem with the Morgan is it's just a car that they forgot to stop making in the 40s.
No, that's
okay?
entirely wrong.
Okay, the problem with the Noble is
There isn't
the
one.
engine's in the wrong place.
You will admit this is a beautiful car.
No,
It's all right.
I wouldn't admit that.
It's a toy, it's not a car.
Exactly.
We still couldn't agree, so we thought we'd try each other's cars.
Pathetic horn. I mean, listen to that. Get out of the way.
Yeah, you tuck your pension book in that little strap thing there.
Whoa! Now that is terrifyingly quick, but I quite fancy, I don't know, a nice relaxing ride in a Rover.
Oh my God! Oh! He nearly fell out of it. Swear, Hammond. Sometimes. I don't understand that, boy.
What?
I'll tell you what, do you live in a house or a barn?
A house.
Do you
obvious.
sleep on a bed
Oh,
or a bale of straw?
A bed, obviously.
Come on, this is a bathroom appliance.
It's
not a
plastic. It's just...
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we'll do. No more arguing. We'll put it to the vote, okay?
So
Fair
we're
enough.
a democracy all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're a
Right.
democracy now.
That's a first.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a show of hands, please, for the Rover 75?
That's 3, James.
Right, yeah, OK. Ladies and gentlemen, show of hands, please. For the mighty Morgan. Oh, that's not bad.
That's all the elderly gentlemen have got that. And can we just round this one off now, please? For the noble. Yes, there you go. A complete wipeout. The best British car. Or is it? Earlier on, I tried the MG SV, and we reckoned that it would be worth £75,000 if it could go out on our track and give the Germans a bloody nose. So, let's fire him up. Colonel Fotherington Digby Stigby. So, with the very greatness of Britain resting on his shoulders, the Stig is away. Now, the track is dry today, so the MG has the best possible chance to give Fritzy a good drubbing. That is German music! The treacherous Stig's listening to Beethoven! Although he probably knows it simply as the tune from the IBM ad. It looked ragged out of Chicago there. What about Hammerhead? Ooh, understeer on the way in there. And then, what have we got? A little bit of oversteer. This isn't all that brilliant, must be honest. Coming down to the follow-through. Scary corner, this. Very scary. And look at the dive under braking. And almost hear the stifled laughter echoing around Stuttgart. OK, second to last corner. Can the Stig make it 1945 again, or even just 1966 would do? Cross the line. Now, this is what it's really got to be.
Yep.
M3 CSL, 1 minute 28.
Very
dead.
good.
911 GT3, 127.2, and they were done on wet tracks.
Yeah.
It did it.
Go on.
1 minute 28.6.
Oh.
The Spitfire has lost to the Messerschmitts. So how about this for an idea? We put some nitrous on it and have a rematch. Yes? That's a good idea. We'll do that one day. For now, good night.